We have a brand new game.
I was trying to contain myself. Oh my.
Let's go option one, not safe. These are insane.
And Brandon keep killing it.
Dro, you big mad?
Maybe.
Are you big mad?
We'll see.
Jarrell might already be mad. He started fuming before the show even got started. Let's kick it off, bro. Open gate.
Open gate.
Coming to the R5?
To the CF Express Type V, hopefully.
Let's go. Lights, camera, action.
Yeah, we back again.
Talking all the latest gear. Bring your lens.
Bring your friends.
Sony gang.
Pull up.
Canon fan people too. Black Magic Mafia.
Tell me what you're shooting, fool.
We got red users flexing. Lumix gang in the chat. Nikon in the cut. Yeah, we steady making
stacks on stacks.
We breaking it down. No filter. Tell the real from hype. If the camera ain't fire,
we ain't giving it no likes.
NAB.
New drive.
Cine cam.
Who's high?
Black Magic.
Price drive.
Man, that's a
jackpot.
Firmware.
Updates.
Leaks and the rumors. Who got the best shot?
Creator fan movers.
Look, this is uncensored real talk, no cap. Live every week. Get a fam, got our back. CFA Connect, man, you know where it's at.
So grab your popcorn, hit subscribe, and let's chat. Let's go.
Bro, it's like we done this before.
We did it a few times. Almost 100 times.
Almost 100 times.
Dude, are we? Is it 98?
98.
Dude, crazy.
98, dog.
Dude, two episodes away from the 100.
100.
Dude, crazy.
What happens after you cross 100 episodes? Like, do you just like, it's just like whatever. You just keep pushing to 200.
Dude, we haven't done this in a while, but trash cans, I want you to put down where you are watching from.
Oh, yeah.
We just want to know. You watching from Miami? Miami? Where are you watching?
Where you at? We ain't done that in a minute. Where you watching from?
Yeah.
Because I feel like we got a little bit of an international audience now. Like I didn't see a few international folks up in here.
Yeah, drop those likes. You won't be a trash can anymore.
Watching from Oregon, Chicago, Seattle, North Virginia, the Bay Area.
Dude. Robert, I want to know, is this all this Aisha Curry stuff? Are y'all feeling it? Bruh, the way I saw her in a picture with Drake, dog. I'm like, leave Curry alone, dog. Let that man be, dog.
Nashville. Denver.
Oh, gosh.
Shane, I saw what you commented before the show. You trash.
Kansas City.
Mac. Bay Area in here. Bay Area up in here, dog.
San Fran.
Bro, what's his E40? He from the Bay, right?
Who?
E40.
Who's E40?
Tell me where to go.
Oh.
Bro, that should be like your
Dude,
anthem.
That's crazy.
Shake them dreads.
You got Canada.
I told you we were international.
So Jose says LA. So that's Los Angeles? Is that Louisiana?
I don't think people from Louisiana say LA. They rep Louisiana pretty strong. They don't want you to be confused. People from LA say LA.
We got New York.
Birmingham? Birmingham?
Yes, Joe.
Romania. Bro, I told you, bro.
Is that Ron?
No, this is Ron.
No. Oh. Yeah, no. I'm not saying is it he Ron, but like, did we get Ron from Romania?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ron.
Yeah, it's the Ron land.
Let's go.
South California, Charlotte, Mississippi, Kirkland. Where is Kirkland? That sounds like a store.
I'm gonna guess a store? Ohio.
Is Kirkland? Isn't Kirkland a store?
Yes. No. It's a HEB brand.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. No, not HEB. Costco.
Oh, I don't know.
Kirkland signature.
I don't do the shopping.
He's from Costco.
Houston, Texas,
H-Town.
South Africa. In the building. I told you, bro. We international.
We're international.
I'm just looking for international ones now. Scotland.
Dang.
Does our humor... Wait, hold on. Does our humor like translate internationally?
I don't know.
I wonder sometimes, like, because I watch other countries try to be funny, and to me, it's not funny because I just don't get it.
That's a throwback now.
What?
Remember? Didn't people used to call us dumb Americans?
Oh yeah. Well, we're dumb Americans.
It translates.
We're dumb Americans who can't get drones. That's what we are right now.
I'm trying to remember the context of people calling us like dumb Americans.
No, you said something about foreigners. You first called them foreigners. I remember that's at least how it started.
Oh, stop that! They done forgot about that.
Nah, dog. You called them all foreigners.
You wet snitching at this point.
You called them foreigners, and then they came after
the UK.
The UK and the Hampshire. Bro, we need to go on a world tour. Let's go on a world tour. Shill Baxter, he said San Angelo.
Toronto.
More Canadian.
Draketown.
Bro, this whole episode is just going to be you reminiscing on some Drake stuff. We need to calm down.
What up, Carlos?
E40 is a local at the Warriors game. Dub Nation, where you at?
Drake.
I like...
I know you done seen the pictures though.
I'm not. Oh my God. But yo, what up, everybody from around the world tuning in? Well, you guys, we are super excited. We are on episode 98. We've got 2 more episodes before we hit the big 1-0. And it's coming at a 100. You're right. 10 episodes. Bro, the first 10 episodes of Uncensored, trash. Have you gone back? I've been trying to go back.
I've seen episode 1.
Oh, was that at the desk?
Wild.
Was Melissa on episode 1?
Ooh, I'd have to remember because I just kind of skipped through, but dude, that's wild.
That's crazy.
So long ago.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Remember we had more guests on, and we used to play games, and every time we play a game, the viewership would drop at half.
They were like, we don't care.
They're like, we came for the camera stuff. We don't care about your games.
We don't care.
But no, they say 80% it does on the humor.
They're like, what are they talking about?
They're like, I don't know. They keep calling us trash cans, and I don't understand. Yeah. What is wrong with trash cans? Well, here in America, our trash cans suck. So now,
they suck because they don't like. There's over 120 of y'all,
and only 35 likes.
And so
like we got a bunch of trash cans.
Stop being a trash can. Hit that like button.
Either we got a bunch of trash cans, or we got a bunch of executives who cannot let it fall into their algorithm that they like our content. So I get it. If you are...
Precisely Sony execs.
Yeah, so if you work for one of these big companies who we talk about all the time, and you're not allowed to like the video, you can just, put a little emoji in the chat.
Out your name.
I promise we will not call it out, but we will call out the fact that we've got a lovely lady in the chat today.
Oh, what's up, Rachel?
Rachel in the chat.
McKay?
Rachel in the chat. And so,
I don't like men no more. I said I like women. Women.
Does that translate internationally?
Oh God, probably not.
I don't know. Context, because we thought we were going to get canceled for that meme. A long time ago, we looked at our stats for the show, and it was like 99.9% men.
Oh yeah,
watch the show.
Yeah, it was pretty much just Gary.
And so we decided we wanted to celebrate when we see a woman in the chat.
Yes.
Not assuming, Rachel, that you're a woman. We're just going by usernames. But if indeed you are,
by yourself,
whatever.
you
Kevin, dog, you trying to get us canceled? Stop
you getting
it.
canceled by yourself, dog.
I'm just saying. Assuming that you are a lady, we just celebrate the ladies every single time they come on the show by saying we like women. That's why. We like
women who enjoy the show.
That's why we play the meme every time we see a woman.
Yes, and also because
context.
Because y'all are diabolical individuals. Anytime a woman shows up in the chat, I think I just see push the button, press the button now, push it now. So I feel like at this point we could not stop pressing the button. You guys would totally revolt.
Yes. Brandon, I did not realize that we had that many executives in the chat.
What happened?
We have at least 80 in the chat. People didn't hit the like button.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's wild.
That's 80 execs. That's crazy. Thank y'all for watching.
Hi, Canon.
Hi, Nikon.
Hi, Sony.
Hi, Lumix.
Hi, Pentax.
Hi, Blackmagic.
Hi, Olympus.
Trust me, if somebody is at Olympus watching our show instead of doing their job right now, we know why the company is where the company is.
Hi, GoPro and Fuji.
Oh, GoPro's long gone. They ain't watching.
They fired the person that watches the show.
They're like, you let them say that?
Cutbacks.
Oh my gosh. All right. So we've got quite a few rumors coming up. We're getting close to the end of the year. As you guys know, we are probably poised for about one more drop, maybe per brand. Some brands are probably already done. But we kind of get our last pre-holiday drop, which normally falls anytime between beginning mid-October all the way up until probably about the second week of November. And so it's showing up right now that we've got quite a few interesting drops. Some I already think they've lost, if I'm being honest with you. There's some drops that are going to show up, and I think they know it. I think the people already know it. And you ever you remember as a kid, like you got your report card. This maybe just be a Brandon experience. I was not good in school. All right, I was dyslexic and I didn't like it, and so I had bad grades all the time. And like when your teacher gives you the report card, and you see that there's an X with a line on it, which means you have to get yours signed.
Yeah.
And so you walk into your parents' room.
You did?
Well, for a couple times I tried to hide it, and that didn't work out.
You ain't ever tried the...
Oh no,
forgery?
My mom's signature was impossible to forge.
Mine too. We tried though.
But the way I would go to my mom knowing I was about to get in trouble.
Yeah.
And that is the slowest and the most daunting walk of all time. I feel like there is a brand who has a camera coming out and they know that is what they're doing. They're like, crap, we have to release this and we know people are going to be mad about it. But we ain't got no choice. This is all we got. We got to put it out there.
Do you have to? Could you not bury it in 2026? At the beginning of the year? Bury it, dog.
Bro.
We're looking at y'all. If y'all got a camera that y'all know that's either too expensive or lacks the features or reuses the sensors, bury it at NAB.
Just don't release it.
Somebody's going to do something hot next year. And it'll get buried. Like Blackmagic will come out with the Pixis 20K.
Yeah.
And you can just bury it.
Yeah. No.
Do it.
No. You know what you got to do? You got to drop something fire and then also drop this. It's kind of like it's like not like in a disrespectful way, but it's like the R6 Mark I. The R6 Mark I got buried by the R5.
Oh, for sure.
So it's like if your camera is not coming with it, just wait till the FX3 Mark II drops.
Yes.
And then just kind of like...
slide it in there.
We also kind of did... Bro, I'm so nervous. But that's not who we're going to start off today with. Today we're going to start off with Jarrell's... I almost said baby daddy.
That's wild. Get it right, sugar daddy.
Sorry, Jarrell sugar daddy.
Get it right.
Canon, bro, what are your people doing? Who's letting this stuff happen?
Well, I've got a secret. No, I don't have a secret. That makes it sound like I know something.
Oh, like what do you know, dog?
I've got a feeling, and this is my feeling. My feeling is everybody is in cahoots. I think the camera companies and the rumor sites are in, let's say they're in the same bed.
Can we get in? Like,
can we get in the bed?
Can we get in the bed?
Can the two dudes on the couch get in the bed?
We got plenty of space. No, what's crazy is like we don't get no insider information. I do believe you though. I know where you're going, and I fully agree with you.
I think sometimes, right, like right around big camera drops. Now, to be fair, thousands of people have to get information because they're about to put it on retail, or they got to update the websites, or they get the emails of something coming. So when it goes from corporate then to like out into the world, stuff's gonna leak.
Well, it's almost impossible, because I remember when I worked at Best Buy, this was years ago, nobody cared about most of the stuff that we saw, or at least we didn't have the internet to like wow, that makes me sound really old. We didn't have like YouTube channels like keeping up with like leaks, and I guess there were forums, but I didn't keep up with that stuff, right? But the way we would see stuff, like 2 weeks before it would actually come out, and we'd have a meeting and they'd be like, hey guys, by the way, can't talk about this stuff. But you know, we got these new drones coming in. These are like the layouts, and like they would give us like all the like papers and everything to put on the shelves and all that, right? Well, somebody had to design that. So that person knew even before we did. And I can tell y'all, had I known that there was a whole world to this whole leaking stuff, I would have probably leaked everything.
You could have been charging, bro. How much you want to know?
Bro, I'll take pictures and send it to you. I don't care. Like, you gonna pay me more than Best Buy's gonna pay me. So
you guys may or may not have seen it by now, but dang, they didn't even. I feel like with the A7 IV, they tried to crop the dude's hand out, bro. They did not care.
Somebody they said this guy.
We have a whole leaked image of the R6 Mark III, or what we think is the R6 Mark III.
Yeah, there's a couple things that I'm interested in. One, I think the image is interesting. Right. And obviously the person went through enough time and energy to actually notate everything that's new on the image.
This is from Canon Rumors.
But also, are we looking at a new lens? Like, I think there's two things happening here. Because Canon tends to try to drop, you know, if you're going to go out and shoot a big campaign, and you're also going to drop a new lens at the same time, could we be seeing a lens with camera release at the same time? They try to pair those things together. I think that'd be pretty cool.
Is this well, it looks like it has an extender on it. But is this the 300 to 600?
That goes to 600 to 1200?
600 to 1200. So anyways, the reason why we think that this may be the R6 III is because this camera doesn't exist in Canon's lineup. When you look at the button layouts and you look at the features of this camera. So traditionally speaking, why we think it's a full frame camera is the eye cup doesn't come, this type of upgraded eye cup doesn't come on the crop censored bodies. And so that's another thing. It looks like there may be a faint tally light on the right side of the camera. And then also on all the crop body cameras, they have the silver place where you put the camera straps instead of the black ones. The black ones are for full frame. So because these are black,
I never knew that.
Yeah, it's crazy. So this could be the R7 Mark II, because the R7 Mark II is supposedly getting the professional body upgrade.
That looks huge, though. That would be huge for a crop sensor camera.
Yeah. So I don't know, but like we think that is the R6 Mark III, and here are some of the specs and why I might be big mad if these specs are true. So we're talking about taking the 34.2 megapixel sensor from the C50, which would be dope. A little bump, new sensor. Taking 13 megapixel stills.
Why does that seem like a shot in today's world? New sensor.
Not reduce, reuse, recycle. New tech. All right. So we also dual pixel autofocus with multiple subject detection. Kind of cool. 6.5 stops of IBIS. Hopefully no more corner wobbles. That'd be great. Pre-capture in this camera, which would be dope. That'd be super dope.
That'd be really sick.
Super dope. And then 40 frames per second. What? That's R1.
That was like say that's R1 numbers.
This is where the rumors be getting cracked out. A little bit.
Well, let's go.
Like when we were listening about a little cracked out. All right. And then the big one, open gate.
So I have a question.
Yes.
If the R6 Mark III gets open gate,
Yes.
but we do not get a software update that brings open gate to the R5 Mark II or the R1, is that a fail?
I'd be big mad. Not gonna lie. Bro, I'm happy for you, R6 Mark III, if that happens.
You could always buy one too.
But share in the wealth, dog. Share in the wealth.
I mean, to me, there's a few things, to consider with the R6 Mark III possibly getting it. Is, for one, it's on a sensor that already supports that. Like that they've already tuned for that, specifically for video. Mm-hmm. The other thing that it makes me start thinking about is, when you come out with a camera like the R6 Mark II, exactly, or R6 Mark III, exactly the size of the sensor, the photo diodes, how it can write to the cards properly to be able to handle that at a 6K resolution. Shout out to Connor, who just became a member. But Lordy, could you imagine 8K open gate? I think if Canon could have done 8K open gate, they probably would have just stuck that 8K sensor inside of what the C50 is, because they've never shied away from having 8K resolution. The R5C had 8K resolution.
I can see that. So
I would not be surprised. Man, Connor became a member before he became a subscriber. Shout out. But like, I could see, like, if they could have done an 8K open gate, I think that would have already come.
So this is what I'll say in this, because like we've been pushing this for the C50. Give us different flavors of open gate. Like, I don't necessarily like having 8K open gate raw would not be what I would want in the R5 II.
This man shooting 1 terabyte a second.
And it's we got about 30 minutes of record time. That's where I would somewhat agree with you, that I would be a little bit shy, or I would understand maybe why they're thinking maybe no open gate for the R5 II, just because of overheating, battery life, all those sort of different things. But give us a 4K open gate. Give it to us in codecs that aren't RAW. Come on now. Yeah,
I noticed that with Canon. They don't tend to like to use lower data speed codecs. Like how Sony, their stuff like maps out at like 200 megabytes per second at the high end, but realistically a lot of people probably shoot around 100. Canon doesn't have any good codecs. I'm not going to say they don't have any good codecs, but they don't really seem to like prioritize codecs of smaller file sizes.
They want you to go to full HD.
Well, and it's
drop super low,
and that's what I'm saying. Like it's nuts that they don't have a little bit more compression. Now, granted, I know that like compressing on the camera is very difficult.
Yeah,
like it's a very difficult process, and why a lot of cameras do overheat. And it's one of the reasons why I think a lot of Sony cameras tend to overheat a little bit more, is because there's a little bit more compression on the data. But it's definitely gonna be an R6 Mark III that can do what an R1 can do, but also on the video side comes very close to a C50, I think starts to toe the line of like, do you really need a C50, or can an R6 really get you by?
Ooh, if you really like an EVF. Ooh, that's crazy. I think there will be some people, because I'm sure the C50 will never overheat. I mean, obviously, anything can overheat. But, like, ooh. Man, Cam, shut up.
What did Cam say?
It's our party.
Can't wait for this Cam.
It's our party, Cam.
Bro, Cam, I don't know if it's not going to be Canon season for a minute. Maybe after this year. I said this last year, so I don't even know where to go from here. Because you still got an R7, you still got an R8. Like, Canon's lineup right now is kind of almost poised to, like, overturn every single year and just keep getting better and better.
Dude,
it's really kind of annoying.
I don't know if 2026 can be hot fire.
I can tell you
2027 getting an R5 Mark III potential. or at least the rumors or the announcements. Oh my gosh, I feel like we got some years, Cam. We got some years.
Yeah, that's
especially don't let triple base ISO come down to cameras.
They already said. I mean, we saw with the C50, they're willing to at least try to implement dual base.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it could be nuts. This is crazy coming from Mac though. Mac super chatted $19.99. He put his money on it. He's standing on business. What the heck does that mean?
Oh my word.
Sorry, Mac. I don't know what the heck's happening.
Connor Maynard super chatted £499 and 99 pence. Just want to say I'm a big fan of you guys and have been for a while. Brandon, you're one of the creators that got me into cinematography in the first place. I'm a Canon user through and through, and V-Raptor user also.
Oh, it stopped on us.
Bro.
Connor.
Bro.
Dude,
thank you.
that's incredible, bro.
Dang, Connor, that's legit. Thank you so much, man.
You got some booty shaking music?
Oh, I might have something.
Come on, Gilly. I feel like we got to dance for Connor.
Oh my God, are we taking it back? Taking it back to old days?
We got some. I mean, we gon'.
Bro, Drill said, throw that cash. I'll let y'all know. I'll let y'all finish that up. Dang. All right. Yeah, we can play the shoot, bro. I was not prepared for nothing like that.
I know. You just gotta get up and
No, bro, you gotta get up. You gotta get up. You can't ask for the music and then not get up. You can't ask for the music and then not get up.
We don't twerk in the front. We twerk in the back.
Where you at? Where's the music at?
You don't hear it?
Do you hear music?
Yeah. You don't hear it?
Oh, okay, yeah. Wait.
Brandon making excuses. Get up and dance.
Bro, how much is... What? Do the translation.
That's so weird. He's like, where did his face go?
You gotta get back here. Bro, you straight twerking on us. Why ain't nobody
Connor, thank you, brother.
Connor said, I ain't never paying for nothing ever again.
This man said I'm switching to iPhone.
Oh my gosh, you wild. Dude, Connor, honestly, thank you, brother.
Yes.
Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that.
And
I appreciate the kind words, man.
Canon fam.
And shut up. It's not about the camera. God.
He said I'm a Canon user.
Oh my gosh. Connor is a plant. Preston, the way you think I have that much money to invest in plants on this show, how many times
Connor,
we just tell y'all?
We just need to drop by the show real quick.
Bro, the way this show is so unsponsorable, we don't make no money.
Connor, we have danced for less.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Oh, Crystal showed up at the wrong time.
Yeah, seriously. She was like, why am I seeing butts?
Well, you saw I had to get up. I went around the other side of the couch. I was like, the internet is forever, dog.
When the oh gosh.
Let it go.
Yeah, I'm filtering.
Yeah.
Filtered.
Real quick, before we get back on topic, shout out to Crystal showing up in the chat.
I don't like men no more.
That's right.
I said I like women.
Delivered.
Women.
This man said delivered. Wild.
What?
Wild.
These are just words.
Wild.
These are all just words.
You're making the execs feel weird.
Look, the way somebody is at their desk watching the show, and then we play the button, and they're like, turn down.
I swear this is research.
We're just trying to get a pulse of the audience. We just want to know what our constituents are looking for.
We want to know if they like the R6 III or they don't.
We did not know this is where the show was going.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That's why real quick before we get back, because Canon also leaked some more stuff. If you can believe that or not. But I think the other day I was out of town when I was speaking at that event thing.
Yeah.
And somebody asked about the show, and they were like, "Oh, I like cameras." And like the way I had to like, they were like, "Oh, I'm gonna check out your show," and I was like, how's your sense of humor?" Because the way I'm like nervous to tell people to watch this show, because if you drop in at the wrong time and you don't understand our humor, or you don't have a good sense of humor, this is not the show for you. Like, this is gonna be it's gonna be a rough time.
And back in the day, we used to send direct links to the show.
What?
Because we used to have to send direct links to the show.
Oh yeah, because you couldn't look it up.
Don't search uncensored on YouTube.
Yeah. Don't look that up.
Don't look that up.
Oh my gosh.
Uncensored with an S with Brandon Washington in the title.
Bro, you had to type out the whole thing. It's like a pimp name slip back. The whole thing. Got to type it all out.
Well, sorry, Cam. We got a little bit more Canon news. Canon India, probably accidentally, a couple weeks ago, posted on their website 2 lenses that aren't real lenses yet. They don't exist for retail for people to buy.
Yeah.
And so Canon Rumors is reporting that at least 4 lenses are going to drop this November. And so the 2 lenses that India confirmed is the Canon RF 45 f1.2.
Yeah.
F1.2. We're going big boy. And then we also
45 1.2 though. That's so weird.
It's for those like those people that like the weird focal lengths.
But you already have a 50 1.2.
I know. Draw blood from a rock.
Okay.
All the blood.
What does that mean?
It just means like we gonna strain all the juice out the orange.
Bro.
Now,
35, 45, 50? What are we talking about?
Go do that 58.
All right, keep going. What else we got?
So they also are dropping a 20 to 50 f4 PZ lens.
PZ. What does that mean?
Is that a power zoom?
I guess so.
So
what is this? Say the lens again.
20 to 50.
20 to 50. That's such a...
You asked them last week to fill out the lineup.
Yeah, but of primes, not...
They're going to give you...
Who's zooming from 20 to 50?
They're going to give it all to you.
Bro. They still...
You could see it. It's a wide angle to...
That's not even a wide angle.
20 is wide.
No.
35 is the beginning of wide.
I don't even classify 35 as the beginning of wide.
Well, technically, it's... So 20's pretty wide.
Is it?
Not for, like, real estate.
That's a weird lens.
But isn't, like, 24? 24 is, like...
In cinema,
the widest they're going to use in cinema.
In cinema, 24 is kind of pretty wide.
Yeah, for sure.
20 to 50, George is saying 20 to 50 is kind of nice, though. I don't necessarily... Maybe for photographers. I don't know. Maybe I'm out of my realm him.
Yeah, I think the F4 too, which, I mean, we don't have to be on a razor's edge at all times, but I don't know.
Maybe they're going 20 to 50 to be something along the lines of like Lumix's 24 to 60.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like maybe they can keep it light enough where it can be used as a vlogging lens, and then it can go all the way to 50, which can be great for, interview style stuff. Okay, you guys changed my mind.
Sean's saying it'd be great for weddings.
Yeah, I mean, you guys should change my mind. In real time, this is why we do the show live. I think I can get down with that.
I can see it. Now, I'll be honest. I don't know that that's my cup of tea, the 20 to 50.
But what I'm saying is with a 20 to 50, that's the lens you could put on the camera, small, for like an R7 or even an R8, something small like that. Yeah. And you can take that lens and go do anything. That's like with the Lumix. Like I praised the Lumix 24 to 60. I can go take that out and go shoot almost anything.
It could almost, maybe on the C80, almost be like a dual.
Yeah, like it's like a lightweight 24 to 70.
Yeah.
You sacrifice a little bit, but you gain a lot by not having so much to carry around.
So the two lenses that India did not accidentally put on their like little form right here, like basically when you went on to Canon India, you literally put in all your information and then it like allows you to pick lenses. And this is where we see that they dropped the 45-1.2 and the 20-50 because Canon doesn't have these. They didn't have these two lenses on here, but one of the lenses that we kind of mentioned in the R6 III as a long rumored Canon lens is the RF 300-600 f4 to 5.6, which if I'm going to be 1,000% honest, this lens is going to live and die by its price point.
I don't believe you.
It's going to live and die by its price point.
No, because what's just going to happen is you're going to get your hands on it and you're going to shoot with it and you're going to be like, Brandon, instant buy.
Well, here's the deal. This is what's tough for me. This Sigma has a 300-600.
That's what I was trying to look up. You got the price on that?
I think tariffs took it to the moon.
Sigma 300 to 600?
Mm-hmm.
All right, keep going. I'll look it up.
Okay. So now here's the deal. Canon, because they have a hold on the RF mount, you ain't even going to have an opportunity to use the Sigma 300 to 600. But I think that it will be compared until its dying breath to the Sigma 300 to 600. And how much is it? It's
$6,599.
So Canon glory. I hope this lens is $5,000.
It's also an f4 all the way through.
Yes.
So while the Canon one looks like it's gonna have, well, so here's the thing. Canon, you're going to get better glass, right? At least that's what we're supposed to be told by marketing.
Hopefully better autofocus.
Better autofocus. And you have direct brand to brand integration.
Yes.
Right? So, and you got no competition either. So while I agree with you that if Canon drops a 300 to 600 f4 to 5.6 variable aperture lens, it should cost less than this $6,600 Sigma equivalent. By brand virtue, I think they have to protect the name and value that is Canon.
Yeah,
it will start at 660 at 6600, but will probably cost more than that. They probably are looking at it as like, okay, so we can at least charge this,
bro,
because we're Canon.
You know what it is going to cost?
What do you think?
$13,000.
You think they're going to go 100 to 300 pricing on this?
100%.
But it's not a 2.8. It's a f4.
It can't be though. It can't be.
Just like by virtue, yeah. Just by virtue of
physics, unless the lens is going to be
as big as your head.
Like, unless they do that, there's no way. There is no 600 2.8.
Yeah.
So to be fair, it has to be up at that f4 range. But
it has to be at the 5.6 range if you're Canon.
Yeah. So,
and the problem that I think Canon has too is that this lens has been in development probably for at least the last like 4 years. They've been building this.
I've heard that I hear that lens development's longer.
So cameras are about 3 years.
Okay.
Lenses are about 4 to 6 years. And a lot of that is happening like, you know, they're making tweaks and stuff like that because learning how to bend the glass and be able to maintain quality through all of that is very difficult. And there's a lot of science behind it. I got a friend of mine who actually, he doesn't work for Zeiss, but he works for a company that works with Zeiss, and they make like machining.
Yeah.
And like this machine that they sell to Zeiss literally just is a measurement machine. There's like this massive machine, like almost like a industrial printer.
Yeah.
But all it does is measure like to an exact millimeter or whatever at a microscopic level so they can shave off bits of glass in order to get something to the size that they want.
That's crazy.
It's an insane amount of science. But I think that's going to be Canon's issue is that they have probably been working on this lens for the last 4 to 6 years.
Yeah.
And they probably did not expect Sigma to drop a 300 to 600 for only $6,600.
It's wild.
And so now the marketing, the economics team, they're all trying to figure out, okay, what can we actually charge for this lens? Especially because it's a lens that I don't think is going to move a ton of units.
Oh, I think it could. This is the perfect sports wildlife lens.
Not if it's at $1,300 or $13,000.
but from a professional use.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay, yeah. Every team, every sports team is gonna buy at least 6 of them.
Yeah. I think it's not gonna move like at. I don't know. It's gonna move at like my level, but like, gosh, I think that like this could become the Olympic. You have the 100 to 300 and the 300 to 600 done. You're done.
That's all you got to take to the Olympics.
You're done.
And put a camera body on each one.
Here's the deal. The 600 F4 is $15,000. So it's got to come below that for sure.
Yeah.
I pray that it's $3,000, $4,000. Like that would be crazy work if it is. But there's just like a piece of me because it's an L lens.
Yeah.
Gosh, I know it's going to be expensive. So that is a rumored lens. We're going to have to wait and see if it actually does come out in November, and we'll have to wait and see on that price. But we can hope. And then the last one, this one's completely nobody knows. They're just guessing out here. They're just fishing out in the ocean. The 24-70 f2.8 IS VCM. Do you want a small video photo hybrid lens 24-70 2.8?
I think that they need it. I have my 24-70. I'm good. But I think that if Canon's not going to open up the mount, I said this last week.
Yeah.
And obviously they're listening. Good job, Canon. If you're not going to open up the mount, you got to start making more affordable versions of your lenses. You can't just be dropping L series lenses all the time. Like I get it. When you came out the gate with the R5, you needed to give it some pro lenses. That makes sense. But now we've been at it for a few years now. If you want people buying R6s and you want people buying R7s and R8s, you have to give us more affordable lenses.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like, I talked to a few people recently. We're going to get to this story in a bit, but I know a lot of people who are switching to Lumix and Nikon right now.
Yeah.
Because Lumix, because they're giving you way more for the money, and Nikon, because the mount feels the most open. You could buy Sony, you could buy Tamron, you could buy Sigma, you could buy Nikon. Like, you could buy all these different mounts, all these different lenses for their system. And now that Nikon's making, cameras that like garner people's attention, people are really considering switching. And so if Canon wants to, I think they're doing one part of the game perfectly. Drop cameras that your audience want.
Yeah.
They've been doing that well for the last 2 years. But now you need to drop lenses that that aspirational shooters can afford.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And if you can do that, then we're not like, if you come out with this 24-70 2.8 VCM lens and it's $1,000.
Can you imagine it's the same size as the other VCM lenses?
I doubt it, just because it zooms. But if you could, that would be diabolical.
That'd be crazy.
But you release that for $1,000, nobody cares if Sigma makes one. Because we keep saying, Canon, open your mount. Not because we love Sigma lenses. Well, don't get me wrong. Sigma makes great lenses.
Fire lenses.
But we want Canon to open up the mount because we don't trust Canon to release the lenses that we want at the prices that we can afford them.
Dude, I remember buying a 35-1.4 and it was $1,000.
Yeah.
It was like $950 from Sigma. So back in the day. So yeah, I agree with you. I think if they can get the prices down on the lenses, although $1,000, I think that their VCMs are like $1,500-$1,600. I could be wrong, but
yeah,
that would be wild work if they did the $1,000 for the 28 to it's like 17. You're off a little.
How much?
It's $1,650 for that new around $1,500-$1,600.
For what?
For the VCMs.
But I'm saying, if this 24-70 came out at $1,000.
Oh, no, I agree with you. But that's like, it's a zoom and it's new. Gosh, man, it's going to come at least at that 15, 16, 17.
So somebody in the chat said that they already have an affordable 24-70, and you are correct. There is a 24-70 2.8 STM lens, and it's currently available for $1,149.
So they will not be doing a $1,000 VCM one.
That would
They won't be doing it for 1,000.
Drop this one down to 1,000. $999,
Canon's
bro.
like, bro, we already doing what you talking about, dog.
Sorry. Yeah, you're right. I stand corrected. Bro, I don't know what y'all complaining about. Canon, what they need to open the mouth for? They gave you what you want you.
James, me too, bro. We got more EF. We got more EF glass than RF glass.
Oh, well. Never mind. Just upgrade yourself, bro.
Nah, bro.
I did see the clip the other day where you were talking about make EF great again.
Yes.
And it got me thinking. EF might actually be the secret.
It's the secret for every
because
brand.
it supports autofocus.
Yes.
And everybody could go Z to EF autofocus, Sony to EF autofocus. They already did that. Like
EFGA.
I mean,
Give me the hat.
I'm just saying.
EFGA.
EFGA. Oh, EF great again.
So yeah. So anyways. Yes, Logan. And the India adapter to EF glass. They ain't got one for RF yet.
They ain't never gonna have one. There's not enough space.
What's MEGA?
Make EF great again.
Sounds close to Nika.
All right, so we've talked about Canon, and they've been doing some good stuff. But we gotta talk about DJI. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this story yet. It seems like it's like breaking in real time. But recently, a new camera brand has sort of popped up onto the landscape by the name of Extra, spelled XTRA. Now, Extra looks very similar to DJI products, at least that's what it appears. They have a extra pocket that's very similar to the Osmo Pocket from DJI, down to the menus, to the accessories, to the way they turn on and off. In fact, we have a little video we'll show you guys to show you just how crazy the side-by-side comparisons are of these two units. So on the right is the DJI, and on the left is the Extra. And I mean, they have professional packaging, comes with like a little, like all the accessories like you normally get. You got the battery, the screen flips that turns the unit on. I mean, literally, aside from slight color variant,
look at that.
The animations are exactly the same. The image quality is exactly the same. Like, it's kind of insane how close these two things are. And so this video then leads on to sort of express that their theory is that, and this is all alleged, but that DJI has potentially started up another business underneath this brand, which allows them to get around some of the fees that DJI has been told that they have to pay in order to sell in America.
Because there's an imminent import ban.
Yes, and so not only is it just the ban, but it's the fines that DJI has to pay.
Yes,
because we thought that tariffs were a bad thing, but like when you get tariffs and then you have fines that you have to pay as a company, it hurts the consumer because DJI can't afford to eat it. So that's the reason why we've seen Osmo Pockets jump up to freaking $700, $800.
100%.
And nobody thinks that they're worth that price.
Yeah.
But what if another company sold the exact same product, but they didn't have all the same, limitations on them? Could they get away without having to pay all these prices? And so far, if you look at the price of the product, this Extra is priced at only $500, significantly cheaper than what the Osmo Pocket is currently running for.
Yeah.
And, if it is DJI skirting the rules, I don't think this is going to last very long. But I think, but on the same side, we see this happen all the time, where a factory makes something and then another brand comes out. Remember when everybody ripped off the Rode mics and then everybody ripped off the DJI mics.
Yeah.
Like, could we be seeing a new brand? Currently, Extra not only sells this camera, but they also sell an Action, Action 5 variant. So very similar products coming out. And there seems to be one brand that they're very close to. My thought goes, when they gonna make a drone? Because if they make the same, then we know. I think that would give it away. I think that would give away the game. Bro,
I don't know, Brandon. You don't think that it's going to last that long? Have you seen our senators talk about TikTok?
Yeah, you're probably right.
They're like, oh, what is this? Nothing. Okay. So, in a real way, if this is true, then hey, I'm down.
So here's
but if it's not true, did somebody just DJI?
Well, and so that's my thought is DJI. If this is not DJI, I say it's not DJI because I don't know anything. I just really don't want to get sued. But let's say it's not DJI. DJI has to take legal action, right?
Oh, it depends. Does it depend on what country you originate from?
So here's my thing: when it comes to a copyright, you have to protect your copyright, because if you don't, you can lose it. So,
no. That's that. I think that's America.
Okay.
I think so, because I only say that because don't we get DJI'd all the time?
Well, and so there's a lot of backdoor deals happening.
Gotcha.
Where it's like so what I've learned about manufacturing, and I don't know a whole lot, but what I've understood about manufacturing is sometimes a company will say, hey, I want you to make this mouse for me, but I'm going to buy 1 million of them from you in the next year. And then the contracts from the manufacturer side says, okay, but if you don't buy the 1 million in the year, then we have the right to then take those ones that we're going to make for you and sell them underneath a different brand name. And so that happens quite a bit, which is why companies get quote unquote DJI'd, because, a company will say they're going to sell so many units, they don't. And then the manufacturer still has all those units. So they rebrand them a little bit and then they go sell them to make that money back because they already made all the products ahead of time.
Yeah.
So that's pretty common. So, but the thing is you do have to change it enough to say that you are not impeding on a copyright.
Yeah.
Because if you don't protect your intellectual property, then it becomes public domain.
Gotcha.
So my thing is I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, but if this is not DJI and somebody is directly ripping them off to the letter, minus changing
somebody walked in the factory, stole your chips.
Bro, they
stole your software.
They stole the factory.
Stole the sensors.
But if you did that,
asked you how to assemble them.
They took all the workers, right? But my deal is I think two things need to be happening. Either they get ripped off, they truly just get ripped off, and then DJI has to fight back, and then it goes away. Or the second thing, which I think is probably more likely to be true, is DJI might not be able to sell in the U.S. the way that they want to because of the tariffs, because of the fees. But you can't let the U.S. market just go. So if you're going to do this in a legal way, you find a company that wants to sell your product and you license them your tech to be able to then move the units. And now at least you're making something, especially if your deal is you're getting a percentage of every unit sold. Because I did some digging. I went a little Sherlock Holmes on this Extra company. And y'all, so apparently if you want to start a big business, you don't need a lot of time.
Yeah.
Because this company was officially established on February 4th of 2025.
Was that around band time?
It was very
Talk
similar.
to bands?
Yeah, there might have been some overlap. But here's the crazy part. Between February 4th and now October, what's that? 9 months?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Sure.
You brought a product to market that looks this good.
No bugs.
No bugs, no
Perfect tracking.
like that to me is like, wow, that is ingenuity. And so this company was officially established in Hong Kong. So there's more relations between Hong Kong and the U.S. than China.
Relations.
Well, I'm just saying. But bro, the way you can't really find anything else out about this company, you start clicking, trying to figure out where this company come from.
Brandon, we don't need it. We don't need it now, Doc. We just need to make sure that it's got the same quality.
Bro, so my deal is, if this is DJI's way of getting around and it gets the prices down, I'll be honest with you, I'm here for it. I'm good with it. Like, I was getting kind of irritated between, one, not being able to buy DJI products, and then two, DJI products costing more than I think they should. Not trying to say that they're cheap products by any means, but like $800 for a pocket is just, there's too many other cameras in that price point. Like, it just needs to come down. So I'm very happy to see DJI, or if DJI is getting ripped off, don't get ripped off. No company should get ripped off. But if you're not getting ripped off and you're somehow working with extra, thank you from the people who buy your products for finding a workaround to figure out how to get your product still in our hands. Because the truth is that we like, the brand doesn't matter. You take your exact same product and you put a new name on it, as long as it's the exact same.
Put a little gaff tape over the label.
Bro, I think I'm here for it. The only thing that makes me nervous is that I don't know if you're going to get DJI level support yet.
We're going to get extra care.
Extra care. Bro,
dude, they did that with all of their stuff.
I was about to say, yeah, you had mentioned this before. Does this camera shoot in D-Log?
No, it shoots in X-Log.
So it is a little, copy my homework, but change it a little bit.
So, guys, I don't know how y'all feel about this, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't want to live in a world without DJI.
Yeah.
I am willing to share my data.
Bro, the way
I'm willing, so just I don't know what you need to do.
Look, I have used my drone 90% for real estate work.
Yes.
90% easy. So the way that I have probably single-handedly mapped out all of Houston for DJI, you can have it, dog.
Brandon, 90, like, how much has real estate been a part of your overall income, percentage-wise?
Like, over years?
Yeah. What would you say? A percentage?
Ooh. Maybe 30?
Seriously, we cannot live in a world without DJI drones.
Yeah, 30,
Extra
35.
drones.
Yeah, something like that. And you know what it is? It's not even just the fact that, like, that real estate is, like, a big part, but it's like when everything else goes to crap, for some reason, real estate always seems to always pop back up. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I haven't shot on a film in a few months, but I still got real estate clients popping up.
Yeah.
Oh, COVID shut down everything. Well, people can't do open houses, so put my mask on. Let's go shoot real estate. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, so for me, yeah, and you can't do real estate without a drone for the most part. So
you know how important drones are is when you crash that drone, how quickly you put it back in the cart. I crashed my Mavic 2, and the next day, a new drone was delivered.
Bro, the way you said you can have my data, and Jack said, share that social then, buddy. I got a friend who needs some free credit.
Jack sent me a word.
What?
That I say all the time.
What?
That I didn't know the meaning to.
What word?
I'd be saying salacious all the time. I don't even know if I want to pull it up and say it.
You want to read the definition?
Jack put the definition in the chat. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna be slow. Instagram. Are you looking it up? How does it say? Oh, I could have just defined. I could have just looked up the word salacious. Yeah, I'm not gonna read that aloud. We are just here talking. We're just talking.
Oh my gosh. So I don't know what's gonna happen with DJI. Hopefully, fingers crossed, whatever this extra stuff is, it all works out in our favor, because I am fully selfish. when it comes to what I want from these companies. It's about what makes the gear better and more affordable.
DJI has been out of stock or not shipping for
Too long. Like the way I don't even get excited about drone releases, I just get mad.
Yeah.
Like with the new Mini 5, like I didn't even bother to go do a ton of research because the first thing I did was went to the DJI US website, and when I realized it was not on the homepage, I was like, we ain't getting it.
Yeah.
And that just, look, we're dumb Americans with our dumb American rules.
Your boy.
Oh.
Send it over.
Bro.
Legally, of
course. Of course.
Don't do anything illegal. Don't smuggle.
Yeah. All right. You ready to hop into the next one?
Sure.
You sure?
Sure.
Okay, because
Yes.
I didn't plan on wearing this yellow for this reason, but it just kind of worked out. If y'all did not see the notice on Nikon rumors, there is currently a report going around that the ZRs are probably going to get delayed. And it is because they sold so many of them. Oh my gosh, Kofi heard you.
We outed him.
You summoned him.
We outed him. He was just casually listening.
Yeah.
And he heard his poorly pronounced last name. I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
I'm sorry. I know I am.
No, you're going to do it again.
I feel bad that I can't say it.
I think we're saying it fine. I think there's something wrong with his ear.
You're saying Kofi is sensitive?
Yeah, his ears are...
I don't think you're sensitive, Kofi.
Your
I think
ears are not
you
tuned
deserve
correctly.
to have your last name said.
You know what I think it is? I think it is purely an accent thing. I think we cannot say it with the accent
Dumb
properly.
Americans.
And so it's impossible for us to pronounce his last name. So here we go. So Nikon is basically saying that there's going to be a slight delay on the ZR because too many units were sold. Now, George is obviously a hater. George said that Nikon says this every time they release a major camera.
I ain't never heard this.
Yeah, this ain't Nikon. That's a Canon thing. Canon is the one that's always saying, "Oh, we're going to be delayed because we sold too many units."
No, I don't think they say that. I think they said it with the chip shortage.
No.
They said they sell too
The
many.
R1. They said it with the R1. They said it with the R5 too.
It's
Too
lonely at
many
the top.
units.
It's
Too many.
lonely at the top.
So look, we got to give Nikon their credit. This might be the first time they've ever been able to say we sold so many units that we're going to be delayed. What? No, let's not pretend. Okay, you know I like Nikon. I like red, so I'm being real. I'm going to be 100. People don't be clamoring over new Nikon cameras.
Finally.
So yeah, Nikon got a crap ton of orders, and I think credit is given when credit is due.
Yeah.
The ZR is moving units, and like the way I have this has never happened to me, and it might just be because it's Nikon.
Yeah.
But the way I have had people who don't talk to me about gear a lot,
Yeah.
hit me up and be like, "So the ZR is it, huh?" I think this is gonna be my first Nikon, bro. I'm selling everything. I'm going all in on the Nikon. I have heard that from actual people. This is not a diminish.
Yeah.
But we talk a lot of crap on the internet, and a lot of people type a lot of crap on the internet and say a lot of things in the chat or on a forum. But I'm talking about real people having real conversations. This is the first camera in a while that I have seen people actually make, especially from Nikon, be like, that's where I want to go. That's it. I'm ready for this.
The conversation has definitely turned.
It has turned drastically.
They've been making crazy cameras for at least 4 years now.
But nobody cared.
But yeah, nobody cared. Now people are caring.
People care. And I personally, I think I was on the fence about this. I was like, ooh, should it say red on it? Because it's really just the color science. It's not all the other things that is red. But if putting red on the camera did this, that acquisition already paid for itself.
These comments are diabolical.
What?
Logan?
What did he say?
Down there?
The ZR is a few software updates away from being a classic.
This camera ain't even out, Logan.
But see, here's the thing. I think it's not just the camera that people have been excited about.
Yeah.
But Logan is 100% right. I have had people say the exact same thing. I'm also excited about the future. So people are not just buying this camera for what it is. People are buying it for the future of its software updates.
Yeah.
And because they want to be in line and ready for when the next ZR comes out.
This feels like an iPhone launch. Go up to Central. The ZR camera will be the camera of the decade.
But I'm telling you, the way people are feeling about this ZR, like last week, I mean, obviously I have my same feelings. Like I don't want to over push it because I've only shot with the camera for, a few hours.
Yeah.
But I played around with the footage that I shot a lot.
Yeah.
And it was while playing with the footage. Like shooting with the camera, I had like a pretty good experience, but I didn't have a cage. The grip feels kind of off, but I know I can get the grip that's going to come out from small rig and a few extra things to make the shooting experience a little bit better. But the image that you got out of it, that's when for me, I was like, oh, this camera is going to be different, but will people understand it?
Yeah.
And it is crazy to me that people have, like, they've gotten it. Like Phil says, I ordered 2.
Jonathan said he ordered 2 too.
Where's Jonathan?
Go down right there.
Right here?
Yep.
I contributed to the issue. Sorry, everyone. I bought 2 as well. Like, and that's the other thing. The price of it, I think, makes it so crazy. And I told you this a few weeks ago. I think the ZR is going to be massive. But when it's really going to blow up is when it is in stock. Because all it's going to take is some, and like, I know you don't agree with me on this part, but I think it's going to take some beauty influencer or some TikTok dancer or some TikTok influencer. They're going to make a TikTok about this camera.
Yeah.
And they're not going to care about the red. They're not going to care about any of that stuff. What they're just going to say is that this is an amazing camera with a massive screen and it only costs $2,200. And that sucker is going to sell like crazy.
Yeah, my only disagreement with that point, because I do think that that's possible. I just feel like, and I'm outside the world of TikTokers and that sort of stuff. Like, I'm trying to, man, I launched a reel this week and it was terrible. Anyways, but I feel like in my heart and in my soul that they want like power shots. They want like built-in lenses and that zoom. Like, that's what I feel like they use.
No, I think that's what they use.
Y'all let me know. What do the TikTok influencers use?
I think everybody wants to look professional.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to look professional. And a built-in lens just doesn't really look professional. That looks
I would agree. I would just say that it's just easy. Like it's on everything auto.
Oh no, they're gonna buy this camera and they're gonna still put it in auto. So George had mentioned this, and I had this theory too before this interview came out. And he says, "Did you guys see the Petapixel interview? The ZR was in development before Red purchased. Red came in late and didn't have a lot of time to work on it." And I had that theory because cameras take so long to be built that I was there's no way that they just started doing this. Like, they would have had to start the day of the acquisition, right? And probably still had to pull from parts that were already in bins, right? And so, it is one of those things where while, yes, Red came in probably late on the development of this camera, the next version, I would not be surprised if Red and Nikon are not working together from that is... Like, I know we talk about how Z Cinema is, like, the Raptor is technically a part of Z Cinema because it is a red body with a Nikon mount. That makes it Z Cinema. Or this camera is a Z Cinema camera because it is a Nikon body, but it's using some red tech inside. So that makes it Z Cinema. But I am telling y'all, if one side, like what we've seen Red already do with the autofocus and the integration of the Nikon lenses and stuff, if that's what they've done in less than 2 years on one side for a product that already exists, and the ZR is another product that already technically existed, but they implemented some Red stuff into it, and that's how good we've seen it, this is gonna kill. Bro, he said, shut up.
Dude, this is a Canon episode.
Colton Steele super chatted $20. After hours of research, I have joined Nikon/Red gang. The ZR is the perfect hybrid camera for what I do. This camera with the new Nikon 24 to 70mm 2.8 will be all I need for wedding/other work.
Bro, I'm telling you, people are moving.
Dude, this is a Canon episode because of the title and all sort of stuff.
Right.
and we have so many people in here being like, I bought. Wild. Thank you, Colton, for buying it and then letting us know that you bought it through a super chat.
Thank you so much, Colton. We appreciate that. Jarrell said he doesn't dance for only $20 though. You got it.
Brandon only dances for $20.
I do not dance for $20. But like this camera is like, I said it last week, and if I have the pleasure of talking with some people over at Nikon, we know some people at Nikon might be catching this, whether they're watching this live or they watched the clip. I am telling you right now, Nikon, whatever you do, go 10 toes down right now.
Give it everything.
Like, I mean, flood the engine, foot to the floorboard, because like, I mean, I know there's rumors right now about possibly Nikon dropping some lenses. Cool, drop them. If you got software updates, be ready to drop them. Like, it's time. Sorry, we got a few questions that came in. Hold on, I want to hit up one of them. Mr. Camera Junkie Luis, he says, how do you feel the video codecs hold up in post with the ZR? So they hold up great. I'm going to tell you what I did not realize until after I had shot. And then when I started tweaking, I figured out what my issue was. So, and this is just me not only having 6 hours or less than 6 hours with the camera. Whenever you shoot in R3D NE RAW, you are getting like a raw codec, but then the camera shoots in log 310, which is a different color pipeline than every other codec. Every other codec shoots in log. And so, and hopefully that's the software update too, because if we could get in log and H2, or we can get log 310, but in H265, like I honestly would love that even on a red, like on a red camera, because sometimes I don't want to shoot my red in RAW or ProRes because they're both massive file sizes. But bro, the video codecs hold up very well. The only problem is if you're shooting on a ZR and one is shooting in RAW and the other is shooting in H265, because they're shooting in different log profiles, you just have to convert them a little bit differently. I didn't pick up on that until I started playing around with the images. And so at first I was kind of like, oh, this isn't coloring right. Like, what's going on? And then once I figured that out, I was like, oh, I changed the way my color pipeline worked, and then it was flawless, and I got everything out of that sensor. And again, that for $2,200 is crazy work. Now there's a few people out here. Y'all, Ty, you a wild person.
We see you, Ty.
Ty, we see you. We ignore you. But like, there are a few people who are like, still rocking with the C50. I'm not gonna lie to you, dog. I feel like the ZR right now upstaging the C50. It is.
I think that we need to see the final form of the ZR.
Final form?
Because no. We're hearing all of these. I think firmware is going to bring waveforms and stuff like that. We're hearing.
People are buying now, though.
No, I understand. But like, so I'm saying to upstage the C50, people are on that hopium. They're on that. I hope OpenGate comes to it. I hope that traffic lights come to it. I hope that these.
But
and so what I'm saying is, we just have to wait. We just have to wait for those things to come, because if those things don't come, are you going to feel the same way about the ZR?
You own it. That's what I'm saying. You don't buy anything based off of the hope of what it's going to turn into.
But if you go back through the comments, people are saying all of these things that they hope come through firmware
But
upgrades.
they bought it today.
Oh, I believe that.
So what I'm saying is, like, you're buying the camera for what it does right now, and so you're looking at the value and saying, it's good for me now.
I think we're having two different conversations. You're saying it's going to upstage the C50, and I'm saying right now, the things that people are hoping that it doesn't currently upstage the C50.
And I understand. I'm not saying upstage the C50 from a sense of that it is a better camera than the C50.
Oh, you're saying from like people's excitement.
I'm saying from people's excitement.
Yeah.
The C50 has specs that this camera doesn't have. And it has physical elements that this camera doesn't have. But from a place of what are more people going to possibly buy, what is going to garner the hearts and minds, as you always say, of the people, I think that the ZR is that camera right now.
We just got to get the numbers. Canon, you got my email. Send me the pre-order numbers. Nikon, send Brandon the pre-order numbers.
They ain't sending us nothing.
We will settle this upstage in debate. I will stand on. I think I said it last week. I think the C50 may be the best-selling cinema camera, not like today, but in its lifetime, it may be the most consequential camera that they have ever dropped.
Yeah, I agree. I think for Canon, the C50 is going to be that camera because it's going to be the everyman's C80, C70.
Mm-hmm.
Like the C80 and the C70 are great cameras, but they're still $6,000. And they're probably too big for what a lot of people want to use it for.
If you haven't had the DJI sensor, you don't know. So you're going C50 because, I mean, I think that they're the same price.
Very close right now. Very close, especially used.
So you're going to definitely go full. Yeah, they're the same price. Now, you do get internal NDs.
Yep.
And what else does it not have?
I don't know. This isn't a Canon story, though.
Yes.
So
I do think that the C50 will sell more. If you're looking at both, I think they'll buy the C50 over the C70.
But who's gonna sell more units, the ZR or the C50?
Oh, hands down. We're number one for a reason.
You really think the C50 is gonna sell more units than the ZR?
I think today, in pre-order status, where if we had to put down money, just knowing what we know today, I'm voting C50. Now, I could change in the future.
Poll.
But yes.
Poll right now. I think the price, I think its capabilities, I think its openness to Sony and to Nikon, the openness of the mount, I think the ZR is going to sell way more units. It hits the pros because it has the red stuff, but then it hits the consumers because it's only $2,200 and it says Nikon on it. But you take a C50, most people don't even know. Some Canon shooters don't even know what a C50 is today. Some Canon shooters will never buy a cinema camera.
That is also true of Nikon, though.
All right, well, let's run it.
It's the same, bro. We are on the bleeding edge of tech because we care. But you go ask your bird photographer about the ZR.
The ZR,
they don't even know.
The ZR will show up in a Best Buy and a Walmart. The C50 will never. I'm not gonna say never because I guess they sell an FX3.
They sell it online right now. They believe in you because they are the audience is at. Well, it's too early, but the audience believes in you, bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, the streets is hot for the ZR right now, bro.
That's 100%.
That's what they want.
100%.
That's what they buying.
I don't doubt.
The only place where I find the C50 could potentially sell more units is that on a commercial side of things.
Yeah.
When if you can sell let's say a mega church, if Canon sells the C50 to a mega church, they're buying 10.
Yeah.
Or if your company is already using Canons, you're buying a handful of them for the arena, or becomes the handheld camera. So they're gonna sell more bulk purchases.
Yeah.
Which could definitely help their numbers. That's one thing I don't think Nikon's gonna do. But when we're talking about individual purchases, one person buying 1 or 2 cameras max, then I think Nikon will win in that area.
I think one of the advantages that the Nikon has is that all your little Sony boys can easily go over to the ZR.
Why do you say it so disrespectfully?
I'm just saying. The Sony boys.
You can't just say hey, everyone who shoots Sony, they can go. You're like, all you little Sony boys.
You know what Sony boys sounds real close to?
Soy boys.
Hey, I'm going to be clear. I do not know what soy boys means. So somebody look that up in the chat and tell me before I say that anymore. I need to know what it means. I'm being dead up here. This is not a bit.
Y'all, the way Jarrell,
but I do know it sounds like Sony boys.
The way that Jarrell does not know slang and will say inappropriate things because he's heard somebody else say it.
You said soy boys.
I know what it is.
What does it mean?
I'm not saying it on stream.
Oh, it's bad?
It's not that bad, but I don't want to associate the Sony boys with soy boys.
I'm not. I just said it sounds like that.
It has.
It's a derogatory internet insult.
Yeah, it goes a little deeper than that.
Oh, damn. Sony boys, I was not. I want to be clear, Sony boys.
Did you find that realization in real time? Best. Oh my god.
Sony boys, I want to be really clear. We were not. I was not joking. In that, I understand why it sounded disrespectful. I will say I understand why it seemed disrespectful. I am not calling y'all insufficiently masculine. I'm not. It just rolls off the tongue. Sonny boys. Dude, that's wild, bro.
Bro, you gotta get on Urban Dictionary, bro. Bro, look how Logan spelled it. Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Tim Butt, not too close. Not too far away.
Oh my gosh.
Dude, wild.
Bro, you are disrespectful.
Dude, Sony execs have
Andrew
left
said,
the
yep.
chat.
Andrew said, yep, you ain't funny in Australia.
We don't get that American comedy.
He's like, I've never heard that term before. Well, welcome to America. Oh my gosh, you ain't right, Jarrell. Bro, they after you.
Is that like you just eat too much tofu? Is that what it means?
Yeah.
You're like on a plant-based diet?
All right, stop it.
I don't know. You ain't right,
Oh my gosh.
Yes, right. Sony people, hit that like button on the way out.
Let's give our Lumix gang some love.
Yes.
Bro. So I want to be very careful how we move through this story. So over on L Rumors, there was a post that had a link in it and everything. Mm-hmm. And it basically was announcing that we were going to be getting a new camera from Lumix very, very soon. In fact, October 17th.
This is directly from Lumix.
Well, this is what the L Rumors site said. So what L Rumors said was that there was a video uploaded that was teasing this online announcement. Now, as we know, Lumix has been doing live streams for their announcements pretty regularly. Sean's been hopping up on them. Basically, like after the camera gets announced, he will go live, answer questions.
Yeah,
and it's really awesome that they're willing to go live and have their comment section turned on too, because other brands will go live, but they will turn that comment section off. So apparently, Lumix had this up on their post based off what L Rumors was saying, but it was taken down. And so now if you go to the exact same link, this says that the video is gone. So I'm not sure if there was something they were trying to schedule something and it accidentally went public or whatnot, but intern. I mean, YouTube is kind of tough. And first off, the way people be catching stuff like this, people is crazy.
Fiending, bro.
Like
don't make a mistake on the internet.
Yeah, for real, because they come after you quick. So my thought is though, we do have if this is true, if we are getting a new camera from Lumix on the 17th, first off, that's awesome. We're getting something new. I love new releases. Keep it coming. But what could we possibly be looking at on the 17th? And I mean, obviously it warrants a whole live stream. So it's not just like, because we just got new lenses from them and there was no real press around it. So if you're willing to do press, it must be important.
So 8 of the last 10 live streams, and we're just reporting. We don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the last 10. But 8 of the last 10 have been camera drops. So, man, maybe it's a camera drop. Now, you remember, what was it, last week?
Yeah.
Last week?
No, 2 weeks ago. You talking about when we did the rumors?
Yeah, when we did the rumors.
The dumb rumors.
the crazy, the alien tech rumors.
Bro, the way people were mad at us about that video.
The S1H2?
S12H.
S12H?
Maybe.
I'm just going to throw it out there, just personally. Show us that Lumix on the 17th.
That's what you're looking forward to?
Well, I just when you hear about a 25K camera that shoots 1,000 frames per second, I want to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see the S12H. If it is the alien tech that was in there. But I feel like the tech, I mean, I could be wrong here. But the tech that was in those, because that was a dumb list.
240 frames per second at 4K.
Yeah.
Let me see that.
That tech doesn't even feel like it's ready for this world. If that's what drops, bro, they gonna take over the world.
That would be wild work.
Like when I saw those rumors, I thought they could, like, I didn't think they were real, but I was like, this would be cool in a year from now. We could work up to that a year from now, maybe a year and a half from now.
I feel like that would be the best camera in the next 4 years.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is my mindset was, this isn't coming like tomorrow. So like, yeah, maybe in a year we'll be there.
Gotcha.
Based off what I see today, the rumors on here, some of it's a little wild out there, but like, you know, in a year from now, if that tech exists today, I think I'm mad at everybody else.
Why is Lumix trying so hard and y'all ain't trying that hard?
At all, bro. You're not even doing half of this stuff. Half of y'all cropping in on 4K 60, let alone giving us 4K 240. You know what I mean? So, like, what are we doing here? So, like, it's really hard for me to believe that that's the camera that we're going to see. Now, bro, let it be something diabolical like what Colin said. I could see Lumix acquiring Ari. Like, imagine you go live to just be like, we bought them, y'all. And then it's just a party. It's just a party for the whole live stream.
Logan thinks that they're announcing a TV. Wild work, Logan.
Wow, callback, Logan. Does Panasonic still make TVs?
They probably making like $50 TVs. Isn't that crazy that they're so cheap nowadays?
Bro, I saw for Prime Day there was a TV, a 32-inch TV for like $69, which I was like, nice. But also, that's crazy.
So what do you think it'll be if it's not the S1H Mark II?
Oh man. I mean, I think it could be a few things. One, I think it could probably be something small, like a S9 but crop sensor maybe. Or we could be getting like an update to a camera that already exists. Okay. Right? So like imagine, like, you know how like they have the S5 too? What if we got an S12X or something like that?
Yeah.
Like, you know how like they did like the blacked out version of the S5? Mm-hmm. Like if we got an iteration of an existing camera, that would be really sick. Especially if it like, I don't know, maybe they like built a fan in it or something crazy like that. So like the overheating thing is now gone.
Yeah.
So I feel like I would like to see a upgrade to an existing camera. I'm gonna be honest with you. If it is another Micro Four Thirds camera,
like a GH8,
I not in a disrespectful way, because Lumix definitely stepped their game up since I was talking trash all last year.
It sounds like they need to send one to you, bro. I feel like you hating on the GH7 is wild work.
It's not that I'm not hating on the camera. I don't like the sensor or the mount. Okay? Now, will I make one work? Of course. We're shooting on a Pocket 4K. That's a Micro Four Thirds sensor right now.
Yeah.
And it does a good job.
It might blow your mind.
But it's for what I use my cameras for on a regular basis. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right.
Send out the GH8.
Is that what you're saying the next camera's going to be?
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, yeah. Maybe I
feel like they make a big deal about like their GH7s and 6. Like I don't,
because they can push the crap out of them because the sensor's so small.
Yeah. And they don't want to say they have alien tech, but because the sensor's small, they're able to do a lot in that series of cameras.
Yeah, so I know every time I say I have a problem with Micro Four Thirds, people start popping out. I'm like, Micro Four Thirds is great for weddings and lifestyle and blah, blah, blah. Have you seen the cinema glass?
Okay, you sound like my Sonny boys right now.
I don't mean to mock, but it's just like I can like what I like, you like what you like, and we all good. I'm gonna get roasted for that.
I feel like you need to. I feel like we need to move on.
I went a little too far. My bad. I hate when I say I like something and then people are like, "But Brandon, you don't understand." I'm like, "How you know I don't understand?"
I will never like Michael Four Thirds and your dumb little mouth. Dude, you know what's crazy though? Did you see who joined us?
Scott,
how's Alaska, brother?
Bro, what's up, Scott? I literally thought about you earlier this week. I was like, I haven't heard from Scott in a minute.
Are you moved? Are you settled?
Let us know, Scott.
You got your satellite dish up? Getting internet?
You got what's the thing that Elon Musk got? Starlink?
Yeah.
You got that Starlink, bro?
Dude, I've heard Starlink's wild.
It's so good.
I don't remember. Is it 1,000 up, down?
It's crazy.
It's crazy. Like 2,000 up, down, and it's like
depending on where you are.
Yeah.
It's nuts, and it's just like
it's a thing, and you can. I heard you can rent it.
Yeah.
Like just if you're going like on a trip somewhere.
Yeah, you can rent it and attach. You can get a car rental kit where you like if you're going on a road trip, pop it on top of your car. He says wonderful, 24 Fahrenheit this morning. I'm functioning. Cabin is dried. And it's toasty warm. Bro, that's crazy. To go from Texas to Alaska is insane.
Is there like a grizzly outside your cabin? You like look out your window.
What up, Bear? What up, Bear?
Dude, so crazy.
So hopefully whatever Lumix drops, if they actually drop my brain goes, were they testing something and they had a graphic? Is it really 17? Because all we got is that graphic. So you can just change it.
Drop. Dude,
drop it. I'm excited. This is like one of the few times where like Lumix has been on a hot streak, so I want to see what they got next.
This year, at the beginning of the year, we felt like at NAB, like what the crap? What are they doing?
Who?
Everybody.
Oh yeah. Tariffs.
Overwhelmingly, we went to NAB and we were like, what the crap?
Tariffs.
Now it's like we're getting waterboarded. Can we say that on YouTube?
I don't know. You just did.
We are getting
don't say it twice.
Doused with camera droppage.
That sounds so bad.
So this is shaping up to be an exciting fall. Yeah, and we're such in the small percent of people. Like when I talk to people that shoot on productions, like you had this experience on set, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like
I don't know what you're gonna say next, but yeah, I did.
You like what you like.
Yeah. Oh, is that what you're gonna say?
No. Oh. I decided to change it at the last second.
I'm like, wait a minute, I don't agree with that because I know where you're going with that.
No, how we're such on the bleeding edge of the new next thing, where you talk to just people on production or people on sets or just other camera people, and they're like, they ain't even heard of 6 months ago news.
Oh yeah. Bro, I was at an event last night and we were talking about one of the guys was like, "Oh yeah, I shoot Canon And I was like, "Oh, are you picking up the C50?" And he was like, "The what?" And I was like, "Canon's new cinema camera." And he goes, "No, I just bought a C80." I was like, "No, the C50."
I was waiting for you to say, "I just got the C100 Mark II."
But no, like literally the way this guy had no idea that the C50 had even been announced. And I was like breaking the news to him in real time. And I could also see him at the same time going, "Dang, that just waste my money on the C80? You just came out with another camera? Like, should I have bought that one?" I'm like,
nah. Well, I mean, I guess it depends on what he does, but C80 is a beast.
C80 is a beast. But yeah, so I think the C80 is gonna be fine for him. But it's just like there's so much new gear coming out that you almost cannot keep up. Like I haven't made this public, but I have a declaration that I think I'm gonna honor next year. But my goal right now is I am making some pretty substantial camera moves. Right now. I'm going to be selling some stuff. I'm kind of waiting on the holidays because it's like the best time to sell stuff. People need to buy gifts. So I'm holding some stuff just to sell. But my plan is to make a pretty substantial camera move and then lock in at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And then for all of 2026, I ain't not changing nothing. Because the way that gear keeps dropping, and I am like personally overwhelmed by it.
Yes.
There's just too much coming out that it's like, I want to take a year and mentally put myself into a place of saying, whatever new comes out, we're not switching anyway. We're not buying. You don't need to be on the cutting edge. We're going to take a year. We're only going to focus on creating as much as we possibly can.
Yeah.
I even so this is something that I already kind of do, but I want to really lock it in next year, is like, I will tell myself like, okay, you can't buy X until you have created 6 of these things.
Yeah.
Right? So like I want to get a different camera for my YouTube studio. And I basically have told myself, we are not buying another camera for this YouTube studio until we have made 20 videos in the studio currently as is. Because going through those 20 videos will teach me what I really need to buy.
Yeah.
Instead of buying for what I hope to be able to do in the future.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times what we do is we buy stuff and then we never do the thing we said we were going to do to begin with.
100%.
So I'm going to do that at a big scale this year. I'm going to lock in my gear at the end of 2025, and then I'm not going to allow myself.
So you're going to make some purchases. You're going to make some moves before the end of the year.
I'm going to make some pretty big moves before the end of the year.
Frank, why you say it like that?
Why you call out Frank like that?
Why is Frank saying it like that?
Frank, no.
No, I'm just saying the way that he's saying it.
How are you reading it?
You doing the Z mount?
Why you gotta say it like that? Why you put so much? It's just.
Why are we? You buying the Z mount,
bro?
You using the Z mount?
The way you have said Sony soy boys, salacious. You call our audience endowed, and you're getting mad at him for using the word doing.
I'm asking.
These are all things that you have done on this show.
I am saying, when's the last time I've done the RF mount? I don't know that I've ever done a mount before.
You wild.
Oh, wild. Actually, I take that. Let's delete that.
What?
10 seconds.
Oh, and you say back door all the time.
No.
Your gates are wide open.
No. Yeah. Logan said that. No, Ty said that.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what's gonna turn up for the rest of the year, because I have to make all of my final decisions here very soon. All right, do we have another story? I think we do. Man,
I hope that C50 comes in and changes your mind.
Whoops. I did not change the text on that. Says Dear Fuji. All right, so we have a little bit of time left. I want to talk about something that normally pisses y'all off. There's 193 people watching right now.
195 on YouTube.
And only 93 likes. That's crazy. 100 trash cans. They ain't never seen that many trash cans.
I dare you to stay for this next segment.
So I know this next segment will probably piss a lot of y'all off, which is why I'm going to just preface this here. Because every time we talk about this topic, it pisses y'all off and y'all get all mad about it. What?
Brendan.
Yeah, he already know. AI? Yeah. We're talking a little bit about AI.
Guys, stay.
So hear me out. Every time we talk about AI on the show, it is y'all vote with your time. You immediately click off, you go watch something else. But I want to put a poll out there before you guys get mad and click off. Let's do a poll, Jarrell.
Do you want to know the last poll?
Oh yeah, what was the results of the last poll?
Like 95% say that the C50 is going to sell more units and 5% on the ZR.
That doesn't. What? Say that again. You lying? You know I can look at
ZR 72%, C50 28%.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I thought.
We got a bunch of soy boys in here.
It's like when you teach a child a curse word and you're like, you're not supposed to say that. All right, so look, I want you to put in a poll, and the question is AI a problem? Okay? Now listen, the reason why I want to do that is because I want to discuss this in chat. I want you guys to go in on the chat with me, because to ask the question of, is AI a problem? I think if you say yes, that means you also have to then take away all the benefits that you personally gain because of AI, whether you use AI in your workflow or you don't. Because if AI is a problem, but you use it, then you're part of the problem, right? But if you say AI is not a problem, then you also have to take into consideration the damages that AI is doing and saying that you're okay with that, whether that's like stealing art or whatever. So my question is AI a problem? And as filmmakers, as creators, I'm not sure if you guys saw this. I started playing around with it this week, but Sora 2 just came out. And it has a few pretty cool little options in the fact that it can generate its own videos. But the big one is the fact that it can create a cameo and take your likeness and use it. And I have played around with this, and it's wildly good. But it was the very first time that I looked at something AI generated and had a very real Black Mirror experience.
Yes.
Like, I've seen stuff that's been created in AI and was like, that's AI? That looks so good. Or I've heard music created in AI and was like, wow, that's really good.
Have y'all been fooled this week?
Bro, I've been fooled multiple times.
I've been fooled so many. Like, it used to be like it had some tells and you could be like, oh, yeah, that's AI. Bro, I have never been more fooled in 1 week,
bro,
than any other week.
Bro, did I send you the baby one? There was one where there was like a lady holding a baby, and like babies laughing to me is like one of the funniest things in the world. And so this baby like is laughing, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. And then the baby starts talking. It says, nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. And I was like, what? Like, when I tell you I was like, oh yeah, we're cooked. We're done. Like, it's over. Like, Tyler over here is talking about like boomers are cooked. Nah, dog.
We're all cooked.
We're all cooked.
We're all cooked.
We're all cooked. Like, I will tell you this as well. This week, chat, I kid you not, I put this on my family. This week, me and my wife sat down and had a real conversation after I used Sora 2. This was not a joke. We put our phones in the other room. I'm not even kidding, Dro.
So the overlord zone here?
Bro, we put all the technology in another room and we went and had a conversation. And it was like, look, we need to come up with some safe phrases that like, if you are concerned on if I'm AI.
Can I tell them your safe word?
No.
Pineapple.
Pineapple. But like in a very real way, we had a real conversation of like how, because my fear is that there's so much of us on the internet, right? Like my voice is all over the internet. Images of me are on the internet, videos of me. And like Sora just needed 3 seconds of me saying 3 little numbers and turning my head to the left and to the right. And then immediately it was able to create something that, I mean, I had an AirPod in my ear when I did it, and it mapped the AirPod in my ear.
It looked like you.
It looked like me to me.
Yeah.
And I know what I look like.
Yeah. No, it looked like you.
I'm very, like...
It put, like, 40 pounds on you? The train one?
On some of them.
On the train one? I was like...
Bro, one of them...
Ran a little thick.
Bro, one of them got me out here looking like Justin Porter, dog.
Don't clip that.
Bro... Oh, God. Why would you say that?
Don't click that.
Oh, my gosh. Why would you say that, dog?
Little thick.
Bro. Hold on. Chat, I'm about to put this one up on the screen here in just a second. Bro, one of these deals had me out here looking some kind of way. I ain't even going to lie to y'all. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull this up. Look at this.
You didn't even show me that one.
Tell me I don't look like Justin Porter when I run away.
Why got you running like that?
That's AI, dog.
Sora a little. Sora's a little racy, bro. Why he got you?
There's a reason why nobody else saw that one. But here's my deal: is AI a problem? Is it a problem?
You know what's crazy?
What?
My daughter deleted my soon-to-be 13-year-old daughter deleted ChatGPT.
Really?
This week.
Wow.
Which I feel like was bold of her because they use it for so much.
Yeah.
But she was just like, I don't want to contribute to AI. So that was telling that the young generation feels that way.
Wow.
Sentiments. And then my son, he's fine with like language model stuff.
Yeah.
With ChatGPT. Bro, but the way boys and girls, have y'all heard? Now, this is going to be polarizing. Have y'all heard the AI 50s and 60s music that they've been dropping this week
Bro.
of like Lil Wayne, Eminem, Snoop Dogg,
Tupac.
Nate Dogg, Tupac. That music, S tier.
Bro.
It's S tier.
It's crazy.
It's so good. Anyways, I tried to show my son it. The reason why I'm telling you is I tried to show my son. He's 16. He was like, get that mess out of my ear. So the younger generation, I don't think they're in love with the AI.
Well, so you know how like, and like I always wonder this because you know like sometimes the younger generation just wants to go against whatever the older generation is doing.
They also want jobs.
Well, AI probably is the biggest threat to their future.
Yeah.
Like you got to think about it. Like, I mean, I've been playing around with some image generation stuff, bro. I feel like I could make a full cartoon.
Yeah.
Like a full cartoon. And what's nuts is there is somebody like in college right now. God bless your soul. You are a freshman in college with the dream of being an animator, and you know that AI is going to be moving faster than your education will.
You're hitting too close.
You're going to be there for 4 years.
You're hitting too close.
Oh, is that too real? My bad.
Bro, I know a guy that's doing animation right now in school, and that man asked me, you think I'm going to have a job when I graduate?
The silence is deafening.
Where you want to go eat, dog?
Yeah, bro, it's tough. Like, all right, so check this out, y'all. I have another one of my clips. So this one is one that
time to show them how we drift in Tokyo.
Hold on. They're not letting me put it in here. So check this out. This is another one of the clips. I can't do audio, but check this out. There's that AirPod, dog.
Is this off of one prompt?
This is one prompt. All I put was at BWash Media in Tokyo Drift.
Wow.
And it did that.
That's like, to me, it'd be crazy if like you had to say, like, because you know, like when we weren't getting really good prompts for video, we would have to go into ChatGPT and we would say, make it cinematic, shoot it on an RE, Alexa 35, 35 millimeters, shallow depth of field, blah, blah, blah. We had to say, give us atmosphere and do all this sort of stuff.
Yeah,
you did that off of, what was your prompt?
Put at BWash Media in a Tokyo Drift style movie.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It has a problem, for sure.
Yeah. It's man, it is going to be like, I've been so I have I'll give you a little insight. I got a new show that's going to be coming out on this channel here really soon. More information will come out next week, but I've been working on some assets for it, and I'm using AI to help create some of the assets because I want to really build it up, right? And bro, the stuff I've seen, like I showed some of it to my mom who happened to come into the office a couple days ago. And like, she was like, "Oh, what are you working on?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm working on this video." And I showed it to her, and she goes, "Oh, those kids are cute. Whose kids are those?" And I was like, "Oh, those kids don't exist, Mom." And the way she was like, "What do you mean those kids don't exist?" I was like, those are AI characters." And she was just like, "Of real people, though, right?" No.
Wild.
It made me realize, I don't know if we're ready. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Do I think AI is a problem? Probably yes.
I think Brendan said it. Yes and no.
I think it's a problem, but it's such a problem that you can't run away from it. Mm-hmm. Like, I believe that AI's problem is that it is so advanced that you can't not try to at least dive into it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, I know a friend of mine whose roommate got a job or whatever, but basically she got a job and she thought she was being hired to, like, input data into, like, spreadsheets, you know, basic office-style job, read the data sheets, come in, you know, allocate information, dictate what needs to happen. Bro, she was brought in to assist the AI tool. Mm. That's what she was hired for, to assist.
That's a Starbucks cup. That's a Starbucks cup.
Yeah, and like and like how, like basically to like say like, okay, this has this level of importance, and it's assigned to this type of a client.
Yeah.
And these are the type of decisions you should make based off of that. I was like, so they hired her to train the replacement? Like, I was like, so she's seasonal. Because you're training the AI to do the thing that you can do now, and then eventually it will know how to do the thing, right?
Yeah.
Bro, the way my friend was like, I don't know if she's ever considered that. I was like, that was the first thing I considered.
Yeah.
I was like, so you're hiring me to train my replacement? Awesome. I need double. Because in 6 months, I'm not going to have a job. So
Seriously.
pay me double now. It's crazy. I don't know. What's the poll saying?
66% say yes, it's a problem. 34% say no. It was interesting because you can go on Prime and you can watch these little documentaries about AI, and I watched one about DeepMind. And the way that it said we used to have to give it data like chess games for it to learn, like back in the day, like 2016. It used to have to give it games for it to study.
Yeah.
And then one day it just said, let's just give it the rules and let the AI train itself. That's when it became unbeatable. It became unbeatable. It said it did millions of games, combinations of moves in 24 hours. That once it could train itself, like the AI could teach itself, it was like, oh, it's game over. It's going to think of moves that we've never even thought, openings and end games that we've never even thought of. So,
well, yeah, because I imagine if you feed it, and like this is the thing why I think about with AI, we feed it a lot of human stuff, but humans are flawed.
Yeah.
So if you feed it a bunch of games, you might have taught it like a million ways not to play chess. But if you just give it the rules and let it go to work, it's going to figure out the best way to play chess.
Yeah.
And it does it at a scale that we can't even keep up with. So while I agree with you, a lot of you guys, I think that AI definitely could be a problem. It also feels like something that you have to implement into your workflow. So Jarrell, I'd love for you just, how are you currently using AI? And what is sort of like, what are ways that you think other people should be incorporated into their workflows?
So I'm a heavy AI user, not on the generative creative side. I mean, I definitely do use it for some of those things. But ChatGPT, guys, step up to the premium. We're not getting any money by telling you to do that, but it is so powerful. We have never looked back paying the $20 a month. But I'm using it for emails. I'm using it for ideation. I'm using it for research. Research is probably the biggest thing that I use ChatGPT for. I use it for contracts. Okay. I am literally putting in, what do they call them? Pitch decks. It's making my pitch decks for me, proposals for companies and clients. Bro, if it needs to be written and clear, it's going through ChatGPT. Now, to be clear, I am putting in my language to it. I'm not just saying, write me a wedding contract. I'm putting in my needs, my wants, legalese it, make it good. That's where it deals. So using chat for that. But also in Lightroom and Photoshop, we are using it to 100 generatively fill stuff, like taking stuff out of photos, taking stuff out of, 100%. Not really being like, give me birds in my image, that sort of deal. But you will find me in real estate photos, sky replacements, 100%, especially if you shoot on a gray day and they had nothing in that. Sometimes dropping furniture in stuff. And what I am using, so I do last sort of big way that I'm using AI is actually on captions. Captions has an AI.
Are you doing the AI influencer thing?
No.
Okay.
But I'm using their AI, edits. I think that's what they call it.
Yeah.
And the way, boys, that like you don't be feeling like you need, like it'll throw in your B-roll, it'll throw in your sound effects, it'll be throwing up the different words that you want to highlight. Bro, I be using that every week for content that I make at the church. So, because I used to spend hours, okay, doing little filters for the kids or doing just like different like things.
Right.
Now it's just kind of like throw it into that, choose Rebel, boom. We got a 60-second video where we do some announcements and some things that we've been talking about. So,
yeah, I think for me, like the biggest things that I have used AI for, obviously, same with you with all the ChatGPT stuff. I have recently been like diving into some more of the like audio stuff. Like I have a video actually, Jarrell. I wonder if you said you did watch my Sora video, right? Mm-hmm. Did you watch the whole thing?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, if you didn't, that's not a big deal.
No. I didn't like once I realized that you were stationary at your desk,
You were
I
just
like
listening.
listened to it. Yeah.
Okay, you were listening to
Yeah,
it. Okay, cool. Question. There are 5 points in that video that it is not my voice. It is AI. Do you know what they were?
No idea. At no point in time was I like, oh, it went to not Brandon's voice.
So, y'all, when I tell you, when I shot that video, for whatever dumb reason, instead of calling it Sora 2, I kept calling it VO2 multiple times. And so the way I had to, and like, y'all, this was so stupid and simple. I literally cut a section out of my video, uploaded that into Artlist. Artlist has like a deal where it'll clone your voice, but all it needs is like 10 seconds. So literally I would take the section that I got where I said the thing wrong, upload that, and then type in the right word. So say Sora 2, and I'd type in that sentence. So I'd get like that whole section again, another 10 seconds. So I could just drop it into my video. I could not tell.
Did it keep your inflections?
Everything.
Dude, diabolical. Yeah, because Descript used to need like
2 minutes.
hours.
Oh.
It was like the old Descript.
Okay, yeah.
Needed like hours. And I'm just like, bro, ain't nobody going to sit here and read a book to you.
I remember Descript needed a long time. Then 11 Labs needed 5 minutes. And then they went down to 2 minutes. But when I tell y'all this thing only needed 10 seconds, bro, I was like, oh, I just don't believe anything.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like that to me is what makes AI the biggest problem is I just don't feel like I can believe almost anything I see unless it is live and I can prove that it is live or it's happening directly in front of me.
So does it have any like can you take Marquez Brownlee's voice, throw it in the art list
I ain't
and be
giving
like,
nobody no ideas.
No, but I'm saying, does it have any, does it have limitations?
Nobody no ideas.
So I'm guessing it don't got no limitations. That's wild.
I ain't giving nobody no ideas.
It's got to have limitations.
It is an insane product. We need legislation.
Dude,
look, I am not a go to the government and ask for things type of person. But bro,
I'm about to clone my wife's voice, send myself a voicemail saying, yes, you can buy that camera. And be like, babe, you called me and told me. I'm just saying, bro.
Bro, the way people about to be like, boss, you approved the budget. Look, you sent me a video. You told me to buy new trucks for the entire fleet.
Dude, the way you approved this raise. Dude, Brandon, the way, then you could be like, oh, they just AI'd us. My bad.
So I literally saw that. I saw a clip and this guy was like, look, I just want to make this said going forward. If anything comes out that says either I said I did something wrong or there's a video of me doing something wrong, if it's bad, y'all need to understand that it is most likely going to be AI. It is AI. But if it's good, oh, I did that.
Jordan, you calm down.
Bro, it is so weird. Oh, Mark actually mentioned something. So Justine said that she had opened her Sora so that other people can use her avatar.
Can somebody tell her?
Bro, the videos are...
Hold on. Can somebody give her some game?
What?
That is the stupidest thing
Bro, she's
that
all
she has maybe ever done in her life.
I will tell you, I have seen more iJustine in the last week than I think I have seen in the 9 years that she's probably been on YouTube.
I'm not saying that ain't
Oh, I
true.
know what you're saying.
I'm just saying.
I know what you're saying.
In this world,
I know what you're saying.
Justine, shut that down.
No, her and Sam Altman, is that his name?
Yeah.
They are the faces of this Sora app. It is.
How much did he pay her to open up her avatar?
He probably promised her a spot in the bunker when the world explodes.
I'm just saying.
He's like, look, we only got about like another 2 years with this AI stuff. I've seen the calculations.
It's telling me what to do.
Up. But just one last little note. You remember a few months ago when they came out with the Sphere, right? The product.
Vegas?
No. To
tell if you're human?
That's all it does is scan your face to tell if you're human or not, right? And remember I told you the only reason why you come out with a product that solves a problem that currently doesn't exist is if you've seen the problem behind closed doors, right? I am telling you, AI has gotten so good now where you won't be able to tell. And so we will literally have to have a freaking device to log in probably to things to prove that you are really there.
I get the AI is that advanced, but like for it to be scanning retinas, irises.
No.
Are we saying that there's going to be robots?
No. I'm not saying that this has to be in-person events. But imagine you work for the US government. You are the president. And you have to get on a Zoom call. Because right now, this is working in video form, but eventually people will be able to deepfake in real time. And so you have to log into a important meeting. You're going to have to buy this Sphere and sit it right next to your computer.
I see what you're
and
saying.
use it to log on to prove that you are a person getting on the internet. Because the internet will be so flooded with AI slop.
I thought you were talking about like Elon Musk, like when he was like, the robots are going to be in the houses soon.
Oh, I don't know if we're there yet.
Because like, bro, if we got androids walking around that we don't know if they human or they AI,
bro, we probably do.
That would
he probably saw the lizard people and was like, we got to be able to identify those people.
We going way off.
Sorry, we just put those tinfoil hats on.
Clankers, dude. Tyler, my daughter, she was called a clanker. They call her clanker.
Oh, that's the
people that don't like
AI.
Define clanker.
Bro, you got some wild definitions popping up today.
For robots and artificial intelligence.
There are people who don't like those things.
A clanker is
that's what they call
derogatory slang term for robots.
That's right.
Clanker.
Yeah, they call like if they see a self-driving car, like the Waymos, they're like, look at that clanker going down the road. Bro, the way everything has to get like a slur is wild. They're like, oh, we don't have a racial slur because they're not a race, so I guess we'll come up with a mechanical one. Gosh, the world is a crazy place.
Yeah.
He said hard R.
is crazy.
Oh my god! How long until this clip comes back up and we get called racist? We're
canceled.
We're like, well, back in our day, you could say clanker and nobody cared.
This is what gets us canceled in 10 years. They said clanker.
We're gonna be like running for office or something like that, and we ain't run for office. But we're gonna be like trying to do something important, and they're gonna pull up this one clip. They're gonna be, well, back in 2025. They use the hard R. You ain't getting the robot votes at all.
If you're going to clip us, can we just throw this in there that we did not know? If this turns out to be super racist in the future, we did not know.
Oh, bro, if that's the world we live in, hopefully I ain't living, dog. I'm okay.
I would like to be living.
Rapture me up. Let's go.
Don't assassinate me.
Let's go. Rapture me up. I don't need to be here for this.
Don't assassinate me.
All right. Well, what's the final poll count?
We got 99 problems and AI is not one.
Really? It's not a problem?
Nah, I'm lying.
Oh, okay.
67% yes, it's a problem. 33% not a problem.
Man. So that's about that's literally 2/3.
Well, I think some people probably agree with Scott, the sentiment that And I don't know how to feel about this because I do agree if I start seeing the younger generation pull away from AI, not that they're going to be able to change industry and money and that sort of deal and power and legislation. But I do think I can see a possibility in which this is just super novel. We're going to make our little memes and our little action characters and our little whatever. We're going to do that.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's just going to be slop. Then in 26, 27, it's not going to happen. Okay. But I think that's optimism and wishful thinking. I think AI is going to be a part of our life from this day forward until we die. And I think that our grandbabies are going to be rocked by an AI robot. And their grandbabies are marrying AI robots.
Okay. Now you're wilding.
No, who said that? Was it Gary Vee?
Yeah, but Gary Vee say a lot of stuff.
Gary Vee was like, your
also right
sons and daughters will be marrying robots. Bro, in Japan, they already marrying the robots. I don't know. Are they robots?
Rapture me up.
So, to be fair, yeah, I don't know. I don't see a future where hopefully we're co with robots. Hopefully they don't become our overlords.
Bro, if they are, I always tell mine please and thank you with every prompt. So hopefully I get some brownie points.
Dude. I do think we will go through our years of AI. Mm-hmm. And especially the younger generation that turned to film, like film cameras and all sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have a small but mighty amount of people that do human generated content.
Oh,
HGC.
I've already coined the term. It's going to be called organic filmmaking.
Yeah.
You know how we love organic stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Milk and eggs and beef, whatever.
I ain't never bought none.
I don't believe any of it's really organic.
Give me.
They're like, hey,
give
you
me
know,
that clone meat.
You know, if we write the word organic on here, these idiots will buy it for more money. It's the same eggs. All right. Well, y'all, sorry to end on such doom and gloom.
No.
What is the positive? What is the positive of this?
We will all be working for the next 6 months, at least.
At least. Look, I think we got more time than that. I really do. But I do think that it will become a part of what we do. There ain't no way around it. So. Ain't no way around it. You better learn how to use these tools. You're going to be hungry.
That is diabolical.
What? What?
Better learn how to mine coal. You'll stay warm in the winter.
Or what's the other? Or be a plumber, you know? One or the other, bro. Bro, what's the godfather of AI? He said, if you were having children today, what advice would you give them? He said, go learn how to be a plumber.
Hey, plumbers be making money.
Bro, for real. They making bank. So, I'm just saying. Hey, this is a weird future. I'm not sure how I feel about it. But, Jarrell, as we all go into another crazy week of AI and the world and to continue to do what we do best, any last words for the people?
Bye, Canon.
Gosh.
I don't know.
That was terrible.
I don't know.
I want to formally apologize. He did not know what soy boys were, and so I just want to end the show by making sure all of our Sony fan people out there, I'm talking to you, Luis.
You're very masculine.
You are very masculine.
Somehow saying that sounds way more disrespectful.
It was because I called him out by name, and then you said that, and it threw me off.
Lewis, you're a man. You're a man. You gotta. I'd never grow a beard like you.
We gotta go. We gonna
The rest of y'all, I don't know.
we
I know
canceled.
Luis.
We
I don't know
canceled
y'all.
for sure.
I know he ain't a soy boy. I don't know about y'all.
We hope y'all like the show enough to come back next week. Thank you. I'm gonna clip that. Damn.
Luis, you a man.
We gotta go. Oh my gosh. We'll holler at y'all next week. Peace out, y'all.